is the minute we start saying who needs girls, and that. I feel like that's dangerous. That's a
Oh,
da-
very much so.
that's a dangerous path. Um,
Do you have it pulled up?
yeah, it's is it sharing?
No, dude, my screen's completely black.
Okay, well, let me see if I
Nope,
can
nope. There we go. It's back.
Yeah, okay,
Wait, it was there.
it's okay. I know. I just stopped sharing.
Okay.
You see it now?
Yeah, yeah, I got you.
So it's Monday once again, 11:20 p.m. on a Monday. The actually, I'm gonna restart this draft because they may have because I pulled it up a while ago and they may have because the Bills just beat the Patriots
Just beat the dog shit
Monday
out of the
Night
Pats.
Football. So yeah, shout out the Bills, but that doesn't change that much honestly because the Bills are still in a high draft spot and the Patriots are still somewhere in the middle, but I don't know if they updated it. Where are the Patriots? They're 15. They may not have updated. It doesn't really matter though. But we're back. The Jets won another game, so that's crazy. Jets have 2 wins, and Houston lost once again, and now Miami is picking third, and they're a playoff team right now. So,
Dude, Jesus.
I'm sure, yeah, because the Panthers were picking 4 last time, and they're picking 9 now. So that's gonna change a lot of stuff. Plus, the Bengals are picking 6. We'll just have to go through
Bro, I
this.
think they might miss out on their boy.
I hope not, but for the Bengals' sake. But yeah, they could. They could. We can talk about it when it comes to like pick 2 or pick 4, probably.
I think it
Um,
might be pick 5.
yeah.
But we can talk about it when we
So
get
you said what?
there. So we can talk about it when we get there.
Right. Um. Anyways, pick number 1. It's the Jags. We know they're gonna pick Trevor Lawrence. That's like same thing as last year. Just Joe Burrow is the lock first pick, as is Trevor Lawrence. It just makes too much sense. Uh, I did see some more Fields better than Lawrence on the timeline today. I saw you responded to it. I actually read the article. Article is super interesting. I don't think it's true, but I think it's interesting.
I have respect to Christian for sharing it because it does go against the grain. Um, I don't agree with it at all, but I
Right.
have respect for it.
I mean, a lot of it was based in like Trevor Lawrence locks onto his first read too much, except that like he said before, like it's because he can lock onto his first read. Like his receivers are that good, and he knows when he's gonna have to throw the ball. I don't know. It. I understand his issues that he has with him. I still think Trevor Lawrence is better than Justin Fields. Um,
I think so too. Yeah.
it's crazy too because he's saying Justin Fields QB1. People are saying Justin Fields QB3. So that's
Some
why.
people are saying Justin Fields QB4.
Good lord.
I
Like I'm
have
not. I'm
Justin
not.
Fields QB3. I will be honest.
You got Trey Lance at 2.
Oh, bro, you you know I'm on that Trey Lance hype train.
Good lord, Justin Fields is my QB too, but I understand. I understand the
It's
reservation people
more.
have with him, and
It's truly more of a 2A and a 2B situation. Like
yeah,
they're both so talented. Um, Zach Wilson is my clear cut QB4 though.
yeah, which is
But
crazy because we had the Jets picking Zach Wilson last time.
yeah, I understand the hype behind Zach Wilson. However, I do think there are just a lot of issues that come with his game and the fact it's all pretty much based off script.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know that's part of the fun of even like I'm not comparing him. I'm just saying that is the same fun as Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
Like
no, I
all
mean
that
like
all crazy off script stuff.
yeah, I mean I wrote the article on Zach Wilson back in like October or
Yeah,
November, like, and I talked about how much fun he is, but like my views on him haven't really changed. He gets an early second round grade from me, and that's really it. Like I
yeah,
don't
but he'll go.
love his
He'll
game.
go. I mean, he'll go in the first, obviously,
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
easily. Um, Jets are picking 2. They picked Zach Wilson last time. Um, do you think? I mean, I don't know. Trade out is looking more and more appealing.
Do
The
you think they
more I
keep
think,
Darnold?
no,
Because I
I don't
mean
want. I
like
don't want him to do that either.
okay, so I'm a Sam Darnold truther, obviously.
Okay.
For those of you that don't know that, um, But I saw the argument about it from Connor Rogers. He's like, why would we potentially pay more to build an offense around Sam Darnold, who we're just going to have to extend in a year with all of his issues, when we can just draft a rookie quarterback who has similar issues and we get 4 years of a cheap deal?
Yeah. I mean, at that point, plus, like, I mean, I think you could deal Sam Darnold away for at least something.
I think he's building back up his stock right now.
Yeah.
Like, I think you could get like a third round pick for him from
Yeah. I wouldn't be mad at that. A third,
like
I mean,
if Pittsburgh called up and was like, "Hey, you want our late third round pick?" If I'm the Jets, hell yeah! I'm saying
yeah.
yes to that in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So so there, then we're thinking QB here.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. And as
Yeah.
nice as the Penny Sewell Mackay Becton combo sounds,
Yeah. I mean, George Fant's been so good this year.
yeah, I just yeah, but imagining Penny Sewell and Mackay Becton just
Well,
is
right. I mean,
beautiful.
it's like clearly an upgrade, but then it's not like the biggest need,
I mean,
on a
truthfully,
team with a
like
thousand needs.
yeah, I mean, if you're that unsold on Fant, you can get a guy like Dylan Radins round two,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
You can wait on that for real.
maybe even Darisaw towards the end of one, like that, or Cosme, or
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
like
there's
25.
options. There's options.
Yeah. Or they're picking at 27 now, but,
Yeah, I mean,
uh,
there's freaking options.
yeah. So what do we think? Justin Fields,
You
Zach
you want to
Wilson.
do
Yeah.
you want to do Fields since we gave them
We
Wilson
did we
last
did
week?
we did Wilson last time. I like Fields personally. A lot of people are talking about how the system benefits him. I think that's true, but I think that's true of a lot of people. So hopefully new head coach, new offensive coordinator will come in there and help Fields out. Now Miami's picking at 3, so they can pick whoever they want ever.
Yeah, based
Um,
on the way this board is falling, literally Sewell, Parsons, Chase, you can make the argument for any of the three of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at Sewell just because I think he is that like good and safe.
Mm-hmm.
And because even you can even kick him inside the guard.
Yeah.
He's a plug and play all pro guard. If you want to do that,
Yes.
they picked Austin Jackson in the first round last year. He hasn't been that great, but I mean, if you wanna
So they're
maybe
playing
figure out,
Robert Hunt at their other one, who's
yeah.
kind of more of a guard in my opinion.
Yeah, he's been playing better than Austin Jackson though. That's the thing. And so like
Yeah,
if
yeah.
if you think Jackson could play guard or you want to pick Penny Sewell and play guard, but Penny, do you want to pick a guard at third? You got to be sold on Penny Sewell, I think, as a tackle if you're going to pick him third.
See, my thing with Penny Sewell here is he gives you the versatility to play your best five offensive linemen,
Yeah,
no matter how you line them all up.
yeah,
But I feel like you have to go Chase here because even though the line is so mediocre there, you need weapons. Like,
yeah.
so you can truly evaluate Tua,
Because
you need the weapons around
yeah,
him.
because you have one, and it's Devontae Parker.
And even then,
The rest,
he's a wide receiver too.
yeah, he's not a star. So yeah, Jamar Chase, I can definitely see that at 3. Obviously, we could consider Parsons here too, and Sewell like we've talked about before. Um, what if they go Pitts at 3?
I would shit myself.
I mean,
Oh no,
he's
no, no. It's not out of the question
it's not out of the question. Because
because you get
he
the you get an offensive weapon with Kyle Pitts.
yeah. I mean, I think his blocking might have to be a little bit better uh for me to take a tight end that high. But if you just look at him like a receiver, I mean, that
Like
wouldn't be completely out of the question.
there's so many things you can do with Kyle Pitts, but I feel like you'd still have to go. I feel like Chase
I
or
think Chase is a
Sewell.
better option. Yeah,
I
I
would
think we
not be
shouldn't
surprised though if
overthink
they
it.
went Parsons
Yeah. Oh no, me
because
neither.
of
We've
Brian
talked about
Flores.
Parsons going to Miami a bunch of different times.
But
Um,
like if this is how the board falls, like in this order, I think Jamar Chase will be the odd man out because I think they'll bank on getting a receiver like Terrace Marshall into round one.
yeah, because they will and
Rashad
Miami
Bateman.
Miami will pick again at
It depends
what
on
is
if they
it
make
20?
if they miss the playoffs.
Well, yeah, I mean right now they're picking at 23
Or they
in
could
this draft, but if they miss the playoffs, they could be picking as low as 18.
yeah.
So, um, I like the value for receiver at 18. I just don't know if it's the same as Jamar Chase.
exactly. But
Because
then that argument comes into play with the tackle too and the linebackers too. Like it just comes down to how you value each of those retrospective positions and what you have on a roster.
sure,
Uh,
I think it looks like a talent fall off though. If you like Sewell, I think Sewell and Parsons are the clear cut tops of their class, whereas people have arguments for people aside from Jamar Chase. I think Jamar Chase is the wide receiver one.
mm,
I'm just saying I think there's arguments for other receivers like Devontae Smith.
oh yeah, yeah. No, I mean I don't disagree with you.
Yep.
However, then it also breaks into the argument of how do you value what you already have on a roster? Because you
Sure.
did use a first round pick on Jackson last year,
Yep.
and Hunt is playing well. So it's like, are these tackles actually decent,
Yeah.
or should I use back to back first round picks on tackles?
Well, and it's kind of like what we were talking about with the Jets. I mean, it's a clear upgrade,
Mm,
but it's not your biggest need. So
exactly. I mean, my, Miami's really shooting themselves in the foot this draft by overachieving as much as they
yeah,
have this year.
they really facts.
Because two
Um,
top 15 picks would have been perfect for this team.
yeah, if they had I mean, and like we were talking about, if they missed the playoffs, I mean, they could be picking around here. That wouldn't be bad.
Oh yeah, they could easily move up too. Like there's
Yeah,
like
they
they have the options to move
they have
up
a
or
lot of
move
draft
down.
cap for sure.
So
So Falcons at 4.
this is where it starts
So
to get fucky.
yeah, because Sewell is technically still here.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's the big need here.
The problem, I normally I would say BPA here, which would be Sewell or Parsons, obviously,
Right.
but I don't think linebackers a need,
Me
and
either.
the Falcons are tied into Jake Matthews' contract for what looks to be another 2 seasons minimum.
Yeah.
And Jake Matthews is a top 10 left tackle.
Yeah.
I mean,
I,
bottom of the top 10, but like,
but yeah, top 10, top 15.
yeah, he's an upper half starting left tackle,
Yeah.
which he plays well. Like he doesn't play amazing, and he's not like a giant monster like Sewell would be, but he's efficient.
Yeah. It's again, he's good enough, you know?
He's consistent. Is the
Yeah,
big thing he's got going for him.
for sure. So then I think something we got to consider too is corner. You could pick, you could have AJ Terrell, and then you pick another corner and have like the best young cornerback duo in the.
Mm.
I mean, I think I like honestly because here, I don't want to pick an edge rusher.
I said you could reach on an edge, but like,
I don't think it's worth it.
yeah,
And I think that we've talked about before when as um, Cowboys Chargers at 4 and 5, we talked about picking these guys back to back.
yeah.
Um,
Thing with like Atlanta, Chargers, Cowboys, even like honestly, even like Philly, like at this pick,
yeah,
is it's very difficult to make that pick and who you want here.
yeah,
Um, I truthfully think Atlanta, like my gut feeling says, the new head coach and the new general manager in Atlanta are going to blow the roster up and
sure,
just embrace a full on rebuild. However, until those hires get made, I can't really fully say like, yeah, man, I think that's gonna happen. Like,
sure. So for the sake of what we're picking here, do you
yeah.
think they go quarterback 3? Do you think they go corner, reach on an
What are
edge?
your thoughts? Because we hear me talk about Atlanta every week.
I mean, I don't think that they should go quarterback if they can't get Justin Fields. I think that that's actually what I think. If the Jets go Zach Wilson here and the Falcons get a shot at Fields, I take that every single day of the week. But that's also you know, my personal rankings of the quarterbacks. Um, I don't really want Trey Lance at 4. I think Trey Lance is really good. He's my QB 3, so I have it. I have Wilson fourth, but I just am not sure how bad I want a QB who's still kind of sloppy at
Yeah.
at pick 4. So um, I don't know. My gut says go corner. That's what my gut says, but
Works for me. Which one are we thinking?
I know you love JC Horn.
JC Horn at 4 does not feel right
It
though.
doesn't feel right, but I'm just saying. I
It,
think what my gut really says is trade back. That's what it says.
yeah, but like we're not
But we
paying
can't do
premium.
that. So I wouldn't be mad at Surtain here. At 4, we've done it before. Pick Surtain at 4.
I can get behind
Uh,
Surtain at 4.
what's that?
So I can get behind Surtain at 4.
Yeah, I say we pull the trigger, give AJ Terrell and Patrick Surtain best young quarterback duo in the NFL. I mean, AJ Terrell has been excellent this year. One of the best, one rookie cornerbacks, and I think Patrick Surtain can come in and play exactly how he needs to. So the Eagles. The Eagles got, I think, pretty lucky here. I mean, they missed out on Jamar Chase, but they still have Penny Sewell on the board.
They also still have Micah Parsons.
Right. Now, we've seen before that the Eagles haven't, valued linebacker in the first round. But also there could be a change in operations, so we have no idea. It's like, but I'm not sure if I can pass on Sewell at 5.
Well, my thing is like they drafted that tackle. Was it 2 years ago? Was his name was the one from Ole Miss?
I cannot remember.
Oh God, let me look. I cannot remember his name to say it. As soon as I say it, I'm going to be upset. But he was the one who was their starting left tackle at the start of the year. But then, of course, injuries.
Right.
To Philly.
That's been that team this year.
Andre Dillard. Line. It's like Andre Dillard.
Yes.
And then they have Lane Johnson on the other side. So depending on how they feel about Andre Dillard, they might pass on Sewell.
So then they're gonna pick Parsons, you think?
I think it would be Parsons here.
I'm down. Hopefully they get their heads out of their asses because I think Micah Parsons is probably the best defender in this draft.
I think Parsons has to be the pick here if he's on the board for Philly. Philly needs something.
Yeah, terribly.
Holy shit! How did Penny Sewell make it to Cincy?
It's incredibly lucky. The Bengals should pick Penny Sewell if he's on the board no matter what. I cannot believe that they beat the Steelers and ended up where they are right here.
Bro, if Penny Sewell's not on the board though, they should trade back.
Yeah. Well, okay. They could pick at 6. They could, well, a couple things. At 6, they could pick Slater and have him play anywhere on their line. I think that might be a little bit of a reach for him, but I wouldn't be mad at it.
If you could finesse a trade back to like 14, where you can comfortably grab Darisaw or maybe even Slater still, like,
yeah,
I think you have to pull that trade.
Yeah, I mean, line has to be the focus of that team, but I think
you have to draft at least 2 of them this draft. Like,
right. I think
2 of them early.
I think you could pick corner in the first round too.
Yeah, I can see that too, but I would hate that as a Bengals fan.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I'm not a Bengals fan, but if I were a Bengals fan.
If you were a Bengals fan, yeah. Detroit's picking at 7 now. I'd be down to go receiver, or I'd be down to go pass rush too.
I like Kwity Paye here.
Kwity Paye?
Yeah, I really like Kwity Paye.
Talked about last time they picked Okarawa, something like that. Out of Notre Dame last draft. But they definitely still need help on the edge and in the pass rush. So yeah, I'm not mad at Kwity Paye. If we go Kwity Paye at 7. And because also at least the Draft Network's top edge on the board is Greg Rousseau. And we've been talking about a lot Greg Rousseau to the Giants, and it still feels good.
It does feel right. I do kind of want to say like maybe Caleb Farley would be nice here.
Caleb Farley might be nice here. I wouldn't be mad at receiver here either.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at receiver either. I really do think they need to move on from Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
Yo, do you want to?
No, I don't want to. I don't necessarily want to. But
okay. I was just wondering.
But
just pitching.
But we could.
But I guess it really breaks down to what they think of Daniel Jones, because obviously you and me and most analysts have our own opinions of Daniel Jones.
Right. I
I think Daniel Jones is bad.
I think Daniel Jones is bad too. I think that team has way too many holes to go quarterback right now.
I think so too, but like I'm almost worried to say like if Joe Judge is even remotely worried, he might be on the hot seat come next season.
I don't think he will be.
It's one of those things. I don't think he would be either, but it's one of those things like, do you really want to risk hitching your wagon to
Daniel
Daniel
Jones.
Jones?
Well, yeah, it obviously depends too on how patient ownership is going to be with Joe Judge. I mean,
Yeah,
if they see, oh, Joe Judge kind of, that this is a team that still needs a lot of work, and Joe Judge has kind of made this team something that it's not, then they'll know better than to put him on the hot seat. But I don't
yeah.
know. It depends.
I
I
mean,
think I think
I think Joe Judge is very much a coach that fits the Giants.
for sure.
He, you've
That
heard
was
the
one of the
interviews
most
when he.
confusing hires too.
Yes, but I liked it, and I
No,
still
yeah,
like
it's
it.
good. It's good. It's just it was I was when it first came out, I was not expecting
Oh
it.
yeah, I thought they were gonna go be enemy to be honest,
Yeah.
but I like the Joe Judge. He fits kind of like the boss, like the New York Boston
Yeah.
culture, and
Yes.
I feel like I might get shot by someone if I say that they're similar, but they do
That
have a
Joe Judge is in the
similar,
mob.
huh?
That Joe Judge is in the mob.
I,
Joe Judge is
I
the
was just gonna say
Godfather.
Boston and New York have a similar culture, but
Yeah, I think he definitely fits the attitude of the team too. And that team has a lot of growing to do, but
mm-hmm.
um, I was hoping to see Daniel Jones take a big step forward this year. It didn't really happen.
He's been banged up. His weapons
Yeah,
have
he
been
has,
banged up.
and
Like
and and he doesn't have a star running back, and he needs a receiver and
yeah,
all that. But I think that they could go. I think they should go pass rush here. They're
yeah,
gonna be they're gonna be so hurting for pass rush if they don't.
yeah. I think
They need it on
Rousseau.
they need it on both ends.
Yeah, I think Rousseau or Farley has to be the pick here. And I think Rousseau fits what Gettleman's going to do if they choose to keep Gettleman around.
Yeah. What do you think? Where are we going here?
My my dick says Greg Rousseau, but my heart says Jalen Waddle.
All right, let's go Jalen Waddle. I'm not mad at it. Jalen Waddle. We need
Because I
a we
feel
need
like
a
they're going to like Waddle because he's so explosive and can just do.
super exclusive.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like that there. Jalen Waddle's so fast, and they already kind of have their deep threat, big guy sort of dude with Darius Slayton. So
Yeah.
Jalen Waddle could be a good pick there.
He
The
could
Panthers,
really emulate OBJ in that offense.
yes, for sure, just like the explosiveness.
Yeah.
Um, I think the Panthers here should go Caleb Farley.
Yes,
Um,
I think so too.
I like that pick, but there's still two QBs on the board.
I do. Okay. I think they should go Farley. I think they go Wilson if Wilson's
You
on the
think they
board.
go Wilson?
I
I
think they
think
go
that they
Wilson.
should go Farley too, and I also think that they go Wilson. So I think that Wilson's
Because
got to be the pick.
I think Marty Herney got fired because of a disagreement on how to build a team with Dave Tepper. Is
Yeah,
my and that's going to be something I stand by until like it officially comes out that like yeah, no, that's not why. But
yeah. I think Zach Wilson could sit with Teddy B for just a bit and just figure that offense out while they just build. Um, and then he could really step into like a leadership role on that team.
mm-hmm.
Just want to make sure he's ready. So
Yeah,
I think Teddy B's a good. Teddy B seems like a good mentor.
I think so too. And like the thing is like there are those maturity questions with Zach Wilson,
Right.
um, which granted depending on the sources that you hear from, don't listen to
Sure.
anything off Walter Football, yada yada yada, whatever. But if those maturity rumors are true, taking him and dropping him in the middle of Charlotte is a good way for him to kind of avoid trouble.
I lost you there for a second, but yeah, you said taking him and dropping him there in the middle of Charlotte would probably help.
Yeah, dude, he would avoid trouble if he's in Charlotte.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
nothing
There's
in Charlotte.
not much going on there. Um, yeah, so I like Zach Wilson there at 9. And I think it'll probably happen, to be honest. This
I think
is
so
turning
too.
out to be one of our weirder drafts, dude.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, but we also say
Yeah,
this
I
every
like it.
week.
It's strange. The Broncos are picking at 10. The
Caleb
Broncos
Farley,
kind of
give him
have
Caleb Farley.
but okay, but the Broncos are in a really good position. I think Caleb Farley is the pick, and we're gonna go Caleb Farley. But I'm saying Greg Rousseau is still on the board, Caleb Farley, and you could go QB if you wanted to.
I don't think
Anyway,
they go QB. I think they like Drew Lock.
you think they're gonna stick with Drew Lock?
Yeah, Vic Fangio is such a defensive minded guy too, and this defense is full of holes. I feel like you have to give them another defensive weapon, which you could argue Rousseau, but I think with Bradley Chubb and Von Miller still on roster, then I feel like you keep those two and you just run it and get another corner to compete in
Yeah,
the AFC West with all these emerging
figure out the pass rush
quarterbacks.
situation later.
Yeah,
Yeah, totally agree. Um, cool. Cowboys at 11. Normally, well, I say normally, but like the past couple times we've had them picking corner pretty early, and now they're picking 11th. So that's a
I
problem.
like I like this a lot more for Dallas and their needs. I think they go Slater.
Yeah. I mean,
With all those
it,
injury issues that they had, having Slater on roster will help you play the best five consistently, no matter the injury bug. Um,
yeah.
Tyrone
I
Smith
mean,
decides to hang it up. Cool, you got Slater.
I don't
Oh,
remember
you need a new center.
who's they do need a new center. I don't remember who they picked last year, but
They
Travis
took
Frederick I know
they took
retired.
Tyler Beastas.
Okay. Um, but yeah, he can play anywhere on the line. He's got experience at all of them. So yeah, Rashawn Slater at 11. I really like Rashawn Slater for the Chargers, but
Literally,
it's
any of these next three teams probably want Slater.
yeah, yeah. I think all of them would be very happy to get Rashawn Slater, just because they all have pretty banged up or sorry lines. Um, so the Chargers are picking at 12. Slater's off the board. You've got
You want to
you
hear
want to
something
go.
fun that I'm going to pitch?
All right,
All right, hear me out. Hunter Henry is a predicted free agent.
Pitts. I'm so scared of that. I'm so
Kyle
scared of that.
Pitts in the same
So
offense with
Pitts,
Keenan
Keenan
Allen and
Allen,
Justin Herbert.
Pitts, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Austin Eckler, and Justin Herbert,
Yes.
and no line.
No line.
Fine. That is such a scary thought. I think Hunter Henry will probably leave.
I think so. I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna go get the bag after he saw what Hooper got paid.
Sure, for sure. I'm
Like,
hoping. I want the Bills. I want the Bills to get Hunter Henry.
also, Hooper committed highway robbery on the
Oh,
Browns.
for sure. Hooper had one great season and got his bag.
He was a
He was
product of
solid
Matt
before
Ryan.
that.
He
What's
was
that?
a product of Matt Ryan.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. He was made that Matt loved throwing to him.
Like him, like him and Matt just had this weird chemistry, but like Hooper was not that good of a tight end. He just had great chemistry with Matt Ryan.
Right. And now he plays on its team with 3 tight ends, and it doesn't matter.
And I'm pretty sure he's like the third tight end.
He's the third tight end. It's Njoku, Hunter Bryant, who's a
Harrison
rookie.
Bryant.
Oh, is it Harrison Bryant?
Yeah, they got Harrison Bryant, the blonde.
Where did Hunter Bryant go?
I think he went undrafted.
No way.
I think so.
I hated him.
Oh, dude, he was awful.
He
I was not a fan.
drops. No, he plays for the Lions. He plays for the Lions.
Did he get drafted though?
I don't know. This is what we're doing now. We're not. he's got one catch for 44
Bro,
yards.
I don't think he got drafted.
Bryant draft.
Yeah, dude, he went undrafted.
Undrafted. Damn. I was so low on him.
Bro, he had the worst case of the drops I've ever seen
It was so
from a tight
bad.
end.
It was so bad. He's number 69. Tightest end. Oh, wait, okay, no, it's a
Nice.
joke. It's a joke. It says tightest end here.
No.
That's so sad.
Wait, I'm taking a picture of this.
It says he's 6'13".
Yo, who did this?
I don't know. They're doing him so dirty.
Bro, who would do this to Hunter Bryant?
I don't know. Like who needs to be that upset with Hunter Bryant? That Jesus Christ, tightest end. All right. Anyways, so the Chargers pick Kyle Pitts, which is that's going to be something. I think the Chargers need to go line, but maybe they'll go crazy, pick Kyle Pitts, and then they'll stack up on line in the second round, or maybe they'll trade back up into the first. I don't know.
No telling what they do.
No telling what any of these teams do ever. We're just really just like on here only to have fun. So now the Vikings. The Vikings, I feel like we
I feel like they go Greg Rousseau
like
here.
Wyatt Davis every time. What's up?
I feel like they go Greg Rousseau here because of Mike Zimmer bitching about how terrible his defense is.
Well, they just signed Everson Griffin though, didn't they?
No, Everson Griffin.
No, they just released Everson Griffin.
They have Danielle Hunter, who's been hurt most of the season.
Yes,
but still,
I just don't think it's the biggest need is the issue.
I don't think so either, but I do think their defense has issues, and I think Zimmer, being the QB guy or being the defensive guy that he is, would take.
So falls to 13.
Yeah, I mean, if he keeps sliding, I feel like, maybe.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah,
why not? Let's go.
But
let's
it's different than Wyatt Davis.
This is already the weirdest draft that we've done so far. So
yeah, I mean,
might as well keep making it weirder.
I think this one's Trey Lance.
Yeah, so do I. I think they could really go cornerback. They could go JC Horn. But because JC Horn's still on the board. But yeah, Trey Lance to San Francisco. I like there. Hopefully that, the running back team will come back and then it'll be a better offense next year. You think the Patriots go to Devontae Smith if he's on the board?
I think so. I think they're offended that they missed out on Trey Lance. And I do think there is an outside chance they go Mac Jones here.
At 15?
Yes. I think there's an outside chance that happens. I don't like the chance, but I think there's an outside chance.
I mean, if they're going to do that, I say trade down,
Mm-hmm.
Or
I mean, honestly, the Patriots are notorious for trading down too. So yeah. I do think they are a trade down candidate.
For sure.
But the reason why
Sorry, you got it.
I was just going to say my theory on why I think Mac Jones could be a candidate for this team, no matter where they're picking, is because he's an efficient, smart quarterback who doesn't really turn the ball over and can make every throw on the field while just, being a product of another great coach like Belichick.
Right. I mean, I think Mac Jones could honestly be a pick here. Mac Jones obviously in the running for Heisman this year. Had a great season. I think he'll probably go in the first. What I was thinking about too, what about JOK?
I like JOK here.
I like JOK here too.
Another possible pick could be JC Horn if they decide to offload Stephon Gilmore in the offseason.
Yeah. I don't think they do that. I think they pay him.
I think so too, but he's a major cap hit on a team with not a lot of money.
He is a major cap hit, but I think the Rams are a good example of paying your star cornerback and it working out. True. And but JC Jackson has been kind of showing out this year, so I think it's always a possibility.
The thing is, Belichick, the GM, is so much harder to predict too.
Yeah, Absolutely.
because he doesn't think
Absolutely.
like a normal GM.
No, he doesn't think like a normal person. So
Belichick
it
literally just
is
Belichick just goes and gets players that he wants.
right.
He doesn't care about draft value. He's just like, I want him, and he's a Patriot. You know,
Yeah. Okay. So here at 15, I think it's either Devontae Smith or JOK. What do you
I think
think?
so too. I think you have to go Smith with how abysmal their receiving core is.
Agree. Unfortunately, because I think JOK would be a great Patriot. I
I
think he
also think
would.
I also think Zaven Collins, Zaven,
Oh, yeah. Zayvon Collins?
yeah, Zaven Collins would be
Yeah.
fantastic there too.
Yeah. I think that would be, yeah, super interesting. Him and Winovich off the edge.
Yeah, or kick
Yeah, that would be
Zaven
sick.
Collins on the inside and have him run a mic.
Yeah, honestly. Honestly. Uh, Las Vegas Raiders at 16. I think there's a couple places you could go here too. I think we go edge a lot of the time.
Mm.
Here you could also I think you could go linebacker here too.
I think they give
It just
JOK here.
yeah, why not? I think like JOK is another pretty versatile defender. Um, I like, and that's like clearly the biggest problem on this team. I mean, this team actually has a lot of problems for a 7-7 team or for a 8-7 team, something like that. They have a lot of problems. But yeah, I think JOK there is nice.
I
I don't
think
mind.
JOK there is very nice.
I don't mind that at all. Um, Something that's cool here is the Arizona Cardinals are picking,
Mm.
and there's still a good amount of edges on the board. Also, if this will load, JC Horn.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was thinking JC Horn, but I was also kind of thinking maybe your boy here.
Wyatt Davis.
Yes.
We could beef the line. I mean that running game has been shot this year. Obviously, that's a product I think of Kenyon Drake having a little bit of a fall off,
Mm.
but yeah, I wouldn't be mad at Wyatt Davis here either. Beef the middle of that line, protect Kyler Murray. Um,
I
yeah,
could
I'm
also
down.
see Vera Tucker here though because of his versatility to play tackle and guard.
Play tackle and guard. I don't like. I just don't see the. I don't know. There's something about both Wyatt Davis and Trey Smith that I see like I don't know. It's just like a far. Um, I see more upside. I guess
It
there's nothing that I see in Elijah Vera Tucker that I'm like, wow, that's amazing.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, so what I see, why I have Davis and Smith as my top two interior linemen, is they play with such an aggressive point of attack.
Yeah,
They're always looking to hit somebody or block somebody. Um, Trey Smith has some of the most powerful hands too, and Wyatt Davis knows how to use his entire body in the blocking process
yeah,
too. So
for sure.
they they're powerful. They,
Yeah,
they're so powerful as blockers, and I don't think Barry Tucker has that.
no, I don't think so either. Yeah, it's just nothing about. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he's an amazing football player, and he probably deserves to go in the first round. If it weren't for positional value, I think he probably would.
Yeah,
But there's nothing about him that I'm like, wow, like that blows me away. Um,
exactly.
so yeah, I wouldn't be mad at Wyatt Davis here if you're down for Wyatt Davis.
Let's send Davis, bro.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Wyatt Davis goes to the Cardinals. We're picking all different picks from last time. This is so fun.
I love how
There's
it's
like
all the same players. It's just
we're just doing like a carousel. I don't know I don't know what's going on.
maybe one day we'll spice it up and go with a guy that's not a normal first rounder.
Yeah,
But
it is
until
it
that
is
day
all the
comes,
same players. Uh the Colts are picking at 18. So they could do several things. They could pick receiver, I
mm-hmm.
think. They could pick tackle. They
Mm-hmm.
could go QB. I don't know if the value's here, but they could go QB.
Yeah, I mean,
but I do want to go QB next pick. So maybe we should wait.
Let's go Darisaw here because
Yeah,
I know that there was the big debate the other day on Twitter of if Darisaw should play tackle or guard.
yeah,
And the thing is, like, regardless of where you stand on that debate, the consensus is he could do both.
yeah.
And I think Darisaw could be effective at both. So why not just grab a guy to bolster the O line and play your best five?
Right, best five, like we always talk about. And third Darius on there, huge riser this draft cycle. Yeah, and if I'm the Colts, I'm happy that Darius made it to me. I think the Washington football team should pick Mac Jones.
I think so too.
Let's go.
Was it Carter Donick? I think was it who tweeted it earlier, or maybe it was Ben
I don't
Sterling.
think
It
I
was one of
saw
those Draft Network boys, talking about how they think Mac Jones could be a target for this Ron Rivera offense because from what it looks like, Rivera wants to run really effective clinical passing games in this season. Like he doesn't want to turn the ball over. He just wants to run an effective offense and be carried by the defense, which Mac Jones gives you that.
Yes, absolutely. And if you're Washington, we talked about, you got to get your guy. If you're Washington, Mac Jones is probably not going to be around come your second pick. And you don't want to trade back because Chicago's right there. So that's dangerous already, So I think like we've talked about before, you got to get your guy, Mac Jones at 19. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that at all. Chicago's picking 20th now. So I don't know how that happened. Because I guess they're the closest team to the playoffs. No, they're in the playoffs.
They're a wild card seed.
Jesus Christ!
I think they're
now I'm upset.
I think they're stupid enough to pay Mitch Trubisky too.
Yeah, oh no, I like.
I also bear with me.
I think they're stupid enough to pick quarterback. I think they're stupid enough to pay Mitch Trubisky. I don't think they know what they're doing at all.
All right, hear me out. I don't think it's unreasonable to pay Trubisky to an extent.
Okay.
Because if you can get away with paying him similar or even less than Teddy Bridgewater gets paid.
Okay. Yeah.
Like maybe like a 3-year 55 mil as opposed to the 3-year 60 mil that Teddy B got or whatever Teddy B got.
Yeah.
I mean, if you gave him like Teddy Bridgewater money while still like accounting for the fact, hey, we still need the guy.
Yeah. You just keep him as a. I mean, then.
You keep him as a backup plan.
Yeah, Trubisky has definitely improved.
And the fact
obviously
that they win, the offense looks good, and they win when he's on the field.
Yeah,
Nick Foles. I don't know what is going on with Nick Foles, but he's like him and the offense look terrible when they're out there.
Yeah, he just doesn't have that rhythm with him. He doesn't. Here's some things that I'm considering here. You could go tackle. I think that's the safe pick. Or you could go Rashad Bateman or Terrace Marshall.
Yeah.
Either one of those.
I think you have to go one of those two.
Right.
Because of the fact Allen Robinson's so likely to leave in free agency.
Allen Robinson is not staying in Chicago.
No, he hates it there.
Yeah.
he hates not having a quarterback.
Right. And I think between the two of those, I think you're getting kind of a similar physical X type receiver, whichever one you pick. I'm higher on Bateman personally, but I don't think it matters.
I'm also higher on Bateman. Yeah.
Okay, then let's go.
I do think though. Speaking of Allen Robinson,
yeah,
get that man to Houston.
Allen Robinson to Houston. It's just Deshaun Watson and Allen Robinson, and that's the whole thing.
That's all you need, bro.
That's all you need. Houston is like they're not obviously they're picking third, or they're not picking third. Miami's picking third because of the Laramie Tunsil thing. Horribly mismanaged team, but Houston is the third pick right now, and they don't even look that bad. Deshaun Watson looks so good.
Deshaun Watson throws for 350 yards, 3 touchdowns, and still loses.
It's ridiculous.
Like,
If Mahomes didn't even throw for that against the Falcons.
like that new coach and the new GM are going to have their hands full with
Yeah.
Houston.
Yeah.
Because like there's talent there, but they're in cap hell, and they have also no talent.
Yeah. There's nobody there. It's just Deshaun Watson.
It's just Deshaun. Like you get the franchise quarterback, which is the hardest part. But
Right. That's but then you have to build everything around him.
you gotta do everything
Everything.
else.
Not just the offense, not just the line, the whole defense, the whole offense. I mean, like, Will Fuller can't stay on the field without steroids. So then you're just
Randall Cobb's hurt and just not that
right.
good. Duke
So
Johnson's,
Brandon Cooks is your wide receiver one.
which
It's
could be
not
worse.
bad.
It could be worse.
It's not. Yeah, it could be worse, but it's not the best.
No,
You want Allen Robinson.
you want Allen Robinson there. And if
the
I'm the new
Jags.
GM, if I'm the new GM, I feel like you have to do whatever you can do to get something there to keep Deshaun kind of happy.
Yeah, you got to do something. I mean, Deshaun's not going anywhere yet, but it's,
Oh yeah, no, he just got tied down to a giant contract.
right. So but the last thing you want is Deshaun unhappy when he's your entire team.
Exactly.
The Jags are picking at 21 again because of the Jalen Ramsey trade. Got the Rams first round pick at 21. So they could do a couple things. We could go tackle. There's some really good tackles on the board. Cosme, Mayfield. Or could also go J.C. Horn, who's still on the board.
I think you go J.C. Horn to pair with C.J. Henderson and attempt to bring some life to that defense.
The same thing we were trying to do with the Falcons. I mean, Terrell and Surtain, Henderson and Horn.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like in this day and age, you need corners in today's NFL. And we've seen great cornerback duos work out. Jalen Ramsey and AJ Boye were fantastic that one year.
Yep.
And then Jalen Ramsey decided, nah, man, I'm quitting because Blake Bortles.
Because we can't win here. He
was smart enough to get out.
Yeah, he was smart enough to get out. Now he's a very successful cornerback with a lot of money.
Yes, a lot of money.
That's nice. The Browns pick at 22. We always love going JOK here, but he's obviously not here. He's gone. So we could go linebacker. They do need a linebacker. They need linebackers. They also need pass rush, and Zaven Collins can do both.
Mm-hmm.
We don't put Zaven Collins that much in the first round, so I wouldn't be mad at Zaven Collins at 22.
I actually liked Zaven Collins.
Yeah.
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 All right.
I did put him in my article the other day about how I think he'd be a great fit in KC, though.
Yes, I would like Zaven Collins in KC. That's like a rich get richer situation.
I think no matter what KC does, it's gonna be a rich get richer situation.
Oh, right.
Like, I think that KC team is built to be perfect for the next 5 years.
Yeah, they're going to be almost unstoppable. I think. It's horrifying to me. I'm so scared of them. Although they did struggle with your Atlanta Falcons this week.
Bro, that's because Atlanta doesn't know what the fuck they're doing.
They really don't.
Like, bro, like they can't figure out if they're going to be good or bad. And it's so infuriating.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
I want them to win, but at the same time, I'm rooting for them to lose because
just so you can get a top pick.
I want to make sure we get who we want.
Right.
But like, it's so painful to watch.
It truly is. They were like coming back on the Chiefs, and I was like, I like tweeted, I was like, don't worry, like they're gonna mess this up. Like, don't worry. Like, it's cool. Like, you don't have to be afraid.
You sent in our draft tank Twitter, like our draft think tank Twitter, like, Hunter's pissed right now.
Yeah. Hunter punching the wall right now.
Bro, I don't know how. Like, the thing is, like, I don't know how to react ever during these Atlanta games because, like, everything we do is so bittersweet.
It's like if you win, it's like the taste of victory is so sweet, but then you're gonna end up with the 11th pick again, and you're like, damn it, like I don't want the second best edge rusher in the class again. Like that's not what I want.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like I don't be sitting here like CB3 again and be like,
Right.
do I want AJ Terrell? Do I want JC Horn to be like the best option when I'm picking?
Right. No, not necessarily. Um,
If we traded back, sure, sure,
sure.
sure.
Not
But
mad at that. Because yeah, if you're gaining picks,
yeah, I don't want to be stuck without anything in return.
right. Miami's at 23. I pulled up the list of IOLs. It's really just Elijah Vera Tucker, I think, in the first round. So it could be like guard. I mean, Elijah Vera Tucker is guard tackle kind of combo like we talked
So
about.
do you want to go Vera Tucker? Because we talked about
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at it. We talked about it earlier, kind of.
yeah, I don't like any of the linebackers there either.
Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Elijah Vera Tucker at number 23. Something we never talk about and probably won't happen just because of, like I don't think that there's a safety in this draft that deserves to go, but safety in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
Could it happen?
I think the only one that could maybe go is Trevon Moreg from
Yeah.
TCU, which of
Yeah.
course he's the number one. Also,
Yeah.
they are way too. Their draft network is way too high on Paris Ford.
I like Paris Ford.
I don't like Paris Ford.
I think he's fun. He's a hard hitting box safety.
I am gonna be honest though. Javon Holland is my number one safety.
Javon Holland out of Oregon.
I love Javon Holland.
Starting nickel, yeah.
Yeah,
So
he
he
just kind
plays
of does
slot
it all.
corner too.
Yeah,
I haven't gotten a chance to watch him.
it's really hard to watch safety without all 22 film.
Right. Right. Um, yeah. I mean they probably won't go.
I can see Baltimore being a trade back candidate though.
Yeah, depending on who's on the board. I'm about to look to see what talent's here. Asai is here.
I do think a side could be the pick if they don't like Terrace Marshall.
Yeah. And then I think Ojolari. I mean Ojolari is still here.
Yeah.
And
Do you
Jalen
want to give
Phillips
them
too.
Joseph Asai?
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at Joseph Asai.
Did we give Asai them last week?
I think we went Rashad Bateman last week.
I think we did Bateman. Oh well. Yeah, this
We'll go
Asai works for me.
Asai. I think there's like a couple of picks similar this time, but not too many. So I think we're doing a good
There's
job.
a couple picks that just fit.
Yeah, they really do fit.
Read my article on Draft Right about players that I think
picks that just work. That
like
just feel right.
yeah, Liam Eichenberg. We should have mentioned for the Colts. That one does feel right, but I do like
Yes,
Darisaw better as
Liam
a value.
Eichenberg feels nice, but at 18,
I like
Darisaw's
Darisaw
still on the board. Yeah.
Yeah.
If the Colts make the playoffs, then Eichenberg might be the pick.
Eichenberg at 19? Okay, yeah, sure. I'll
Right.
allow it.
Right. The Bucks pick at 25. I think that I mean, like we've done this a couple of times, but like they went tackle last draft, but they could always go tackle again. They could
Yeah.
always go tackle. They could also anywhere on the D line would be good.
I think there's an outside chance they could go Jay Tufley from USC.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's unlikely that they bring Sue back.
Mm-hmm.
So
And Vita Vea is coming off an injury, so I mean, I think Jay Tufley is an option.
yeah, I mean, we should probably talk about. Well, he's not wow. They have him really low, but rising, Davian Nixon.
I mean, also, I have not watched any tape on Davian Nixon yet.
They don't have any report on him. He's been rising. He's flying up draft boards.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. I just have not gotten around to tape on him yet.
Yeah.
Christian Barmore is my DE or DT1 though.
Yeah, this man.
Which they are very low on him too.
Yeah.
Marvin Wilson is another guy. If he has a good Senior Bowl, I think could be the pick here.
Yeah, because he was pre all like this year, was like slotted for a first round pick. Like he
Yeah.
was a first round pick. So I
Like
don't
he
know.
was a top 10 pick most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, like they were not quite talking about him like he was Derek Brown, but like in the same range.
He was him, Javon Kinlaw, and Derek Brown were all in the same stratosphere in terms of like
Yeah,
draft grades. For most
yeah.
people.
So weird. You want to go DT here?
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking DT here would be nice.
Which one we thinking? We want Barmore, we want Wilson, we want Jafili.
You want to do Wilson?
Let's do Wilson. Why not? Marvin Wilson. I think
I
having a
think he's
good
gonna have a
Senior
good Senior
Bowl
Bowl.
because he opted out this year. Is that correct?
He got hurt and then
Yes.
just ended up missing the end of the season.
So that's definitely hurt him this year as well as like I think people didn't really see progress this year. Um, but if he has a good Senior Bowl, I think he could really move up back into the first round, back where I think he deserves to be probably.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the Titans we often go edge.
They
Corey
need
Davis,
it.
yeah, they do need it. They absolutely need it. Corey Davis will also be free agent this year.
Yeah.
And Corey Davis because they got AJ Brown now. AJ Brown's better than Corey Davis. Do
Mm-hmm.
they just replace Corey Davis with somebody less expensive and let Corey Davis leave?
I don't know if you do that because of his repertoire with Tannehill this season.
That is true. That is true. So you think they pay Corey Davis and then they go edge. So they go like Aziz Ojolari, they go like Jalen Phillips.
I think Jalen Phillips could be the pick here.
Yeah. I'm super high on Jalen Phillips. You can check out my edge board on my Twitter, but
I am also very high on
which
Jalen Phillips.
we talk so much about Twitter, but you can follow us on Twitter. I'll put the links in the description like I did last time. But I'm super high on Jalen Phillips. Jalen Phillips is my edge too. I think he is freaky, and as long as he tests well, which I think he will, I think he's out of this world. He's insane. So was hiding behind Greg Rousseau last season, and has been incredible this year. The Jets pick at 27. They're picking from the Jamal Adams trade for the Seahawks. And they could go. I mean, the world is theirs here because
They have no talent on that roster.
no, there's no one. So you can go running back. I won't even be mad at running back at 27. You can go receiver, or you could go anywhere on that defense. Literally anywhere.
I feel like you might have to go defense here just to give them a blue chip player on defense.
But is there? I mean, what blue chip players is going to be here? I mean,
what backers are available?
No.
Because CJ Mosley still has not played a snap for them yet.
I've been talking a lot about Darian Kendrick recently. I really like Darian Kendrick.
I know you love Darian Kendrick.
I do.
I am not that high on Darian Kendrick.
I think he's raw. I mean, he's got a lot of technique.
He's my 7. I have Sean Wade ahead of him.
7. Dang.
Yeah.
Dude.
I still have faith that Sean Wade could maybe kick to the outside.
He's my 4.
Yeah. My 4 is Stokes and my 5 is ASJ.
Yeah. I like ASJ, but
I love ASJ.
So, corner, I don't think there's anything. Maybe Aziz Ojolari.
I see, maybe Aziz. That's kind of what I was thinking. Also, Rashad Jr. should not be that high.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing all the way up there. He's gonna hurt himself.
I like his tape. I do.
He's my 10.
Yeah, I like his tape going into the summer. His tape this season's been bad.
Yeah, it hasn't been as good. We've gone. How many edges? No, we've only gone 4. So this would be edge number 5.
Although this, I don't know if Aziz would be the pick. What corners are?
It's like Stokes, Sean Wade,
Jesus,
Darian Kendrick, ASJ.
Just go to all players and let's just take a look.
It's ETN.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be mad at ETN at 27.
I wouldn't be mad with ETN here.
No, if it's 27, you've got
you just have to get playmakers. Like,
yeah, you've got quarterback. You could also go Terrace Marshall.
I don't like that because they already have that with Denzel Mims.
How tall is Denzel Mims?
6'3".
Terrace Marshall is like 6'3".
Yeah, so is Denzel Mims.
Bro,
I just
look
looked
at
it up.
that.
Yeah.
Oh damn, yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah, you do kind of have that. So maybe not. So yeah, I wouldn't be mad at ETN here if you're down for ETN.
Well, let's send ETN here.
Yeah, why not?
Just don't pay ETN.
Just don't pay ETN. But no, 27 I think is a fine spot for ETN. I'm not mad at running back at the end of the first round. And they'll also pick 34.
Yeah.
So they could always get whatever they need. All right. So the Bills are picking at 28. Aziz still here?
Aziz is still here.
Wouldn't be mad at Aziz. Lost Shaq Lawson.
Do you want to do your boy Darian Kendrick?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, yes. That would be
Because like if you pass,
only the fourth corner.
because if you pass on corner here, you're gonna be
Yeah.
probably have to run with Josh Norman again, or
You're
wait
picking
until
in,
like,
you're picking in Rodarius Williams.
or like
territory.
wait till like Paulson Adebo shows up.
Yeah, which I don't really need a zone corner. I need a sticky man corner. I'll go Darian Kendrick. I think Darian Kendrick's a little raw. And he'll probably have to split some time coming into the season, but at the end of the first round, you gotta take what you can get. So
Mm-hmm.
I like him better than Stokes. Here at least. So Darian Kendrick at 28. So now the Saints are picking at 29. Let's see what's
Well,
on the.
last week we gave them Mac Jones here,
We did. We did
but Mac Jones is already gone.
Mac Jones is gone because he got picked at 19.
Eric
So
Stokes is my pick here.
Eric Stokes.
Marshawn Lattimore is under contract through 2021, and with all this cap bullshit going on, I think you have to consider, like, if Lattimore wants stupid money, you might have to let him go.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, even if you pay Lattimore, guess what? You get Janoris Jenkins off the field.
Yeah, and I like with Zaven Collins going earlier, I'm not sure if I want any linebacker value here. I think, let's probably try to keep Quan Alexander around.
I think so too.
Quan Alex. Yeah. So corner, I could do Eric Stokes here. Let's do it. Let's run it. Eric Stokes so back-to-back cornerbacks, 5 cornerbacks off the board, which wasn't that last draft it was 5?
I think so.
Yeah, because Okuda, Henderson, Terrell, Damon Arnett, and Noah Igbenogany.
And Gladney.
Oh, and did Gladney go first? Oh, yeah, Gladney went first round.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, 6,
I think,
actually.
Yeah, Gladney went first, I think. No.
No, because the Vikings picked twice.
Yeah, that's what it was. Viking picked
They
twice.
picked Jefferson, and then they picked Gladney. Okay, so the Steelers pick at 30.
If I'm the Steelers, dude, I'm blowing up the roster this offseason.
You might as well. I mean, we talked about, and you can go listen to it on anywhere you listen to podcasts. But I talked about on the AFC North State of Emergency podcast. The Steelers were on a skid. They were not looking good. I think that it just needs to be freshened up. You got to figure it out. It's just the Steelers have been winning for so long that it would be scary to go into a rebuild for them. It'd be scary for them.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's like you could hypothetically just blow up the offense and keep the defense around.
Yeah.
But I think you keep Tomlin and you just blow it up again this offseason.
Yeah. So what do you think that they go here?
I think they go OT.
Yeah. Let's look. Cosme's here.
Have you watched tape on Jalen Mayfield?
Yeah, he's just young.
I've not watched any tape on Mayfield yet. Or at least
he's
enough to make an educated decision.
I think he's like actually wait. Hold on. I'm pretty sure. I can see my big boards here, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, I can. Oh, daddy. Yeah, so he's my 6. Um, behind Eichenberg too. I'm trying to remember. I would have to go back into my notes, but I think I just saw him as a little too raw. He has you can see that he's young in the way that he
Mhm.
plays because he gets too excited about it and he'll get his pads popped because he won't get leverage. He'll get a little. No, I mean, seriously, like that's like the best way to put it is
Oh yeah.
like he just really will get his pads popped if like because he'll try to get too into it and then he'll lose the battle so
Mhm.
quickly. But sometimes he's a monster. So
Okay.
I think
So before we make the call
yeah.
on OT, do we think Pittsburgh is gonna blow it up, or do you think they're gonna try to make one more push?
I mean, do you think that Ben's gonna even have the juice next year? Like, cause he barely has the juice this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think he's gonna try maybe one more, but I just my thing is like even if you do want to try to make one more push before you really blow up the roster, even without Ben, there's not a quarterback worth taking here.
No, not at all.
And if you lose out on Ben, you save a little bit of money, right? What they need, their issues have stemmed from getting away from the rushing attack. Um, and depending on how you want to go about addressing that issue, you either go lineman or you go Najee Harris.
We're gonna go 2 running backs in the first round.
I hate it, but the thing is, Pittsburgh rushing attack has been so abysmal. And if you can figure out a way to keep Ben around, you have to have a rushing attack.
Let's
You
run it.
do. I mean, you just you have to have that.
Let's run it. Yeah,
Oh, you went
it's
ahead and picked it. Okay.
we're running it. We're running it. Here's the thing. It's like, uh, James Conner's been, he after he
Bad.
had it
He's
was a
been
couple of
bad.
seasons ago, he's been bad. Benny Snell is not the answer. They picked Booger Jr. It wasn't a solid pick. I think Najee Harris will go
I like
uh
Booger Jr. just on
very
his name.
nicely in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony McFarland Jr., Boogie Jr. But
I just like Booger Jr.
but I think Najee Harris is a good answer to here. Najee Harris reminds me a lot of Steven Jackson. Big old
Yes.
boy, power rusher. I like it. Um,
I think he'd fit very well in Pittsburgh. And Matt Watkins, if you watch this, I hope you text us the minute you see it.
and yeah, tell us how you feel about Najee Harris. I think they should probably
Or
go
tweet at
tackle,
us.
but
Do either one.
yeah, why not? Um, I think though that the Steelers could probably get good value on tackle in the second round
I
if
think
they
so
want to go
too.
like
Because
yeah, if they
like
if
you can get
or even later if they want to go Spencer Brown. I
yeah.
like Spencer Brown. You gotta watch out for him. So
I mean, you could always like grab Jackson Carmen,
yeah,
Daniel Fallow.
Falele, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I actually
he's like
mocked it.
400 pounds.
I mocked him once in the first round. I think it was my preseason mock.
Yeah, he's just massive, dude.
But it was just purely on size, and I thought he was fun.
Yeah, I mean it's just like you just open up giant gaps for a man who's like 6'9", 400 pounds. Um, already, okay. Um, so the Packers. I don't know why is corner their top need here. Why do
I
they
think
say,
I think their 2 and 3 ones are supposed to hit free agency,
huh?
but I don't know if that's true. Do not hold that to me.
Yeah, we also already picked 5 corners in this first round, so there's no one worth taking. So it doesn't
I think
matter.
it's Terrace Marshall here,
Yeah,
because I think whether or not you like, I think you have to go that because if you see a future with Jordan Love, that like I don't know if Devontae Adams will like be in his prime still when that time rolls around.
yeah. In 4 or 5 years, when Aaron Rodgers is on his way out,
So maybe
or 3 or 4 years.
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Jordan Love for 2 more seasons. Like 2022
Yeah,
is like his first chance of seeing the field.
anything. Yeah. I mean, and if that's what has to happen for, I mean, that's what had to happen with Aaron Rodgers too, and
I
you
mean,
know,
my thing is like people shit on the pick for Jordan Love, but it's one of those things where it's like I was talking to some Falcons fans about this because it's it's a similar situation with the Falcons. Like even if we like say Atlanta picked um, Trey Lance or Zach Wilson, right, and at 4 or Justin Fields or just one of those quarterbacks there, right?
sure,
It's one of those things where it's good to have the insurance there in case your quarterback declines because you don't want to play like you don't want to keep yourself in a situation where you're played out of the quarterback position. And the thing is, it's also good insurance for if the guy that you draft doesn't pan out because you're not throwing him in the
right,
fire and you're not stuck with him because you still
like
have that other guy on
immediately,
contract.
yeah. You're just sitting him back there and seeing if it'll work. But I mean,
Exactly.
sometimes you never know until he hits the field. I guess that's the value of developing him for 2 or 3 years is,
Exactly.
uh, when he hits the field that he's going to be ready.
Or
So
as ready as you can get him.
right, as yeah, as ready as he can be.
Like, look
Um,
at Jarrett Stidham right now with the Patriots. Like, he sat for years. He's not it.
right, yeah, clearly we found that out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
KC is our last pick. Here they are at 32. No matter who they pick, it doesn't matter because they're good at everything. So it's like you just pick whatever you want to get better.
Go to receiver. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to see something.
Lave, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tony.
They're stupid low on Tony.
They're low on Tony?
I think they're stupid low on Tony.
Oh, you mean the Draft Network?
Yeah.
Completely agree.
And I do think Tony could be the pick here.
Tony would be so scary. The only thing is, um, the receiver that Kansas City is losing is like their ex receiver, which is Sammy Watkins.
But
Not
they're
that
also
Sammy
losing
Watkins,
what's the next one down? Not Mecole, but the one after him.
I don't know.
Damian something? No.
I'm just gonna type in Kansas City receivers. Demarcus
DeMarcus
Robinson.
Robinson. Him
What's he
and
do?
Watkins are both set to hit free agency.
Yeah. Um, I'm just thinking like Tony is another like speedy gadget type dude, and I don't know if that's the. I mean, I guess it would give another weapon for like underneath when you have like Mecole and Tyreek are more like burners deep, and then Travis Kelsey rules the middle of the field. So then you have Tony who's like underneath and like so then they have every part of the field. You know?
Exactly. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like with Tyreek, Mecole, and Tony, you could do whatever. Like
Yeah,
any of them could run any route and then have the same effectiveness. Um, I don't know if I like that pick, but I have seen that mocked a few times.
yeah,
I think I would prefer Amon-Ra St. Brown here.
agree. That's what I was thinking. Is like if you want like an X type receiver, I think Amon-Ra St. Brown is way more. Uh,
And the thing is, like, he's not even like a true X receiver because
not in length,
no, no,
but
he lines up on the inside for them a lot.
mm,
He provides different mismatches than
yeah,
say Tony would.
yeah, totally agree. I think Amon-Ra St. Brown could even. I mean, I see him as a pretty good contested catch guy too. Um, he could even fight linebackers over the middle.
Mm.
So yeah, I wouldn't be
I
mad at
hate
that
that we're about
either.
to go receiver here to KC.
I mean, what I don't know, where else could we go? We could go Trey Smith.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I like Trey Smith there. Yeah, let's do Trey Smith.
Yeah, Trey Smith. I think Kansas City needs a receiver, but Trey Smith, I feel like you can't go wrong there. Trey Smith at 32. So that's the whole draft. I'll do a quick little scroll through while I talk about where you can find us. But please, what I would like the most, once you can, if you made it this far in the video, thanks. You're so kind. You watched the whole damn thing, or maybe you just skipped to the end to watch me do exactly what I'm doing now, which is scroll through the whole thing. Um, Either way, comment about who we took for your favorite team. If you'd like it, you don't like it. This was one of our crazier ones, though. We really, I feel like we picked
This one was
some.
just weird.
It was weird. We picked abnormal. This, like you said, it's the same guys, but it was just abnormal for every single team. Kyle Pitts to the Chargers. Still scared about that. But yeah, give us a little subscribe. We've been going up the past couple times. We got some good views on the last two
Washington
ones.
says Washington.
Washington picks Mac Jones. Please follow us on Twitter. You can find us on Twitter at Arcado NFL and at H Thompson NFL. I'll put those in the description. You can also find us at the Backups Cast on Twitter. We post all of our episodes there. And you'll find us coming back soon to bring you all that NFL content, especially draft content, later in the year, later in the season, into next year.
Our draft coverage is incredible, and it's very fun.
I think we've really honed our craft when it comes to figuring out how to actually talk on a mic, and so now our draft coverage is going to get way better. Because like last year we started with draft coverage and we knew what we were talking about, but we just didn't know how to talk on a mic. And so now we know how to talk on a mic.
Yeah.
And now we're going to start talking about the draft.
It was very apparent that we knew what we were saying. We just didn't know how to talk.
Right. So
and we still don't really know how to talk.
We still don't super know how to talk, but at least we're like way more comfortable than we used to be.
Weirdly enough, like doing a podcast really helps with like public speaking skills.
For real.
Yeah. Because I had to record a video from my communications class the other day and send it in for my final. I aced that thing.
Right. Because you've been prepared speaking on a mic for 14, 15 straight weeks.
Exactly. I still don't think it was good, and it did not deserve an A, but it worked.
But it was something. And we hope you, the viewer, thinks our podcast and our mock draft deserve an A. You can let us know. Please do. Tweet at us, comment. And
we love the Twitter interactions. Please.
Yes, we do love the Twitter. We love talking on Twitter. I love yelling into an echo chamber. I really do. Like I'll just tweet at me. I'll tweet right back. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next Mock Draft Monday.